Okay, so I just finished watching Doctor Who Wish World, which is the first part of the two-part finale, and yeah, I'm not sure what I make to think of this one, to be honest, because it has an interest. It's like with a lot of RTD recent stories where there is a good idea in there. There is a good idea in there, but oh boy, it's like you've got that cringy dialogue again, and also forcing the message. You've always got to say it like that when you say the message. Um, in there, just oh god, because we bring back Conrad, as I say, oh great, we bring back a shit character again, hooray! And of course, he wants a world where it's the bloody 1940s, 50s again. Just like, yeah, this is absolutely, oh god. Because the doctor's been interfering and pissing off the gods, then there's this baby that can grant wishes, apparently, if you kiss it. I don't know. It's a bit bizarre. Like, to be honest, I mean, I knew this going into the episode, but the thing is, the episode would have made more sense if it was the trickster behind it. It would have honestly made way more sense if the trickster was behind it, because yeah, I mean, we don't know the Rani's full plans yet, but she really wants to resurrect Omega for reasons. I mean, I don't know, it seems more of a master plan than a Rani plan. The Rani was more, I don't know, just more of a chemist-like character. They weren't as much interested in ruling the entire universe like the Master was. At least not if we're going by classic series appearances. And heck, even Big Finish ones, really. She was more interested more in the science of things than anything else. Obviously, she was still a villain in Ruthless and that, but she wasn't in the, like, she is basically just more like the Master in this, like, in terms of the way she's written in that. And I really don't get the Mrs. Flug version of the Rani, because she acts all like as basically like the Rani's, secretary more than anything else, like the current Rani, which, yeah, is a bit odd, because surely if the Rani is, meant to be ruthless and that, then surely the other incarnation won't be going along with it all the way through. I've got a feeling in the finale that it's going to be a case of, or the Mrs. Flug Rani turns on the current Rani, because she wants the power, blah blah blah. And there's a couple of their little hints of that in this. There are a couple of little hints in that in this. I mean, the thing is, the concept in here, a lot of the things, it is things that have been done before. Like, for example, the Doctor, not thinking he's human, not an alien, and everything, and being married and that to someone. Well, bits of that obviously come from human nature, altering, history and the way things are now. Again, that's a very trickster type, story. But, yeah, it's just a bit odd. I mean, also the Omega, I mean, I knew that Omega was going to be a thing in this because, well, there was that leak that the BBC leaked themselves accidentally. Yeah. And then obviously desperately tried to scrub it from the internet as quickly as they could, though obviously it was too late. So yeah, I knew it was going to be Omega in the end, which, like, I'm glad they haven't said, at least so far, that Omega's a god, because, God, like, I'm sick of RTD making everything a fucking god. Like, he's got some sort of obsession with just making everything the gods type of thing. And Omega isn't. Omega also, explaining this, that Omega was the original Time Lord? No, he was one of the founding members of Time Lord Society, along with Rassilon. So, yeah, I don't get that. Like, the thing is, I bet it's going to be the case of he's going to make Omega a god, which he really isn't. Sutekh wasn't a god either. He was just a race of a powerful being called the Osirans. And I think he's probably going to do the same thing here. And I don't know, the Rani, him bringing back the Rani, just feels like arbitrary. Just like, oh, what can we bring back? Just like, oh, people have been asking to bring back the Rani because, well, you know, it's one of the few, you know, bits that you have left scraping up the bottom of the barrel here. And things you can actually bring back. Let's bring back the Rani and we'll bring back Omega as well. Although he hasn't seen, though his voice is heard, though apparently he's going to be represented by one of those dinosaur-type skeletons. I don't know. Apparently, I have no idea. But, yeah, this episode just kind of feels like it's not that interesting, to be honest. It didn't engage me that much because it's the whole kind of thing you've seen before, and it's not that interesting. You're just waiting for the moment, you know, where the Rani reveals herself and the Doctor then gets back his memories, which happens right at the very end of the episode. Like, the rest of the time, it didn't really pique my interest because basically it's stuff we've seen before, and the stuff that actually happens throughout the episode isn't really that interesting. Yeah, it just isn't. So, yeah, it's just trying to be just like, as a typical RTD finale is that basically, oh, it has to be bigger, bombastier and that, then anything else has to be the end of the world and that again, and blah 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 type of thing. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing I've seen, but it was just not very engaging. I do like the new Rani. The small snippets we get of her. Though, again, she's not really written that much like the Rani, and also she has a sonic screwdriver now for some reason. I bet you RTD's banking on there'll be a toy of that released. Though, I don't know, with most likely the next episode being the last, you know, Doctor Who episode, because the series, it's going to get cancelled. It is, like, Disney would have to be insane to greenlight another series. Although, then again, what they've been doing with their live-action remakes wouldn't put me past them, but I doubt it. And, you know, who else is going to fund this? So, yeah, unfortunately, you know, I don't have high hopes for next week, and it looks like Doctor Who's going to go out, at least for the foreseeable future, not with a bang, but with a bloody wet fart. So, but we'll see. I hope I'm proving wrong, but we'll see.